He had something to do in the afternoon. Hmm, is he taking these three female friends out to play? Chen Yuan turned around to look at the girls behind him and replied to Chenna, I just happened to run into them on the street, and they wanted to grab some coffee. Seeing this, Liu Mango smiled warmly. Oh, is that so? Hello, everyone. Chen Yuan walked inside and said to the server, Xiao Chai, ask what these three ladies would like. It's on me. The server responded enthusiastically, Yes, boss. Xiao Chai quickly approached Zhen Xiaoyi's group and said politely, Beautiful ladies, please have a seat. There's a QR code on the table. Let me know when you've made your choices. The short-haired girl in the back watched in surprise. What the heck? She called Chen Yuan boss? The spoiled miss was just as shocked and wondered. Wait, could it be that Chen Yuan isn't an employee, but the owner of this cafe? Zhen Ziyi, standing behind them, spoke awkwardly. Maybe we shouldn't drink anything. The other two girls forced a smile and added, Yeah, Xiai is right. We're not thirsty anymore. The spoiled Miss and Zhen Xiai ran away with red faces. I thought to myself, Shan'an is really something. He clearly has so much money and even runs a cafe with such hot girls. Yet he says he's just working a side job? This is so embarrassing. Liu Mango walked up to him, puzzled. Why did your classmates leave? Chen Yuan tilted his head slightly. Maybe they were too intimidated by how beautiful you two are. Hearing this, Liu Mango struck a few suggestive poses and teased, Of course I'm beautiful, but you need to try your best to resist temptation. Don't get any funny ideas, okay? Chen Yuan didn't respond. He just looked at her with a critical gaze. A moment later, Chenna came out with a cup of coffee and said, The coffee is ready. I didn't know how sweet you like it, so I made it half sweet. Okay? Chen Yuan grinned. Anything you make is sweet. Liu Mango covered her mouth and chuckled. Who even uses cheesy pickup lines like that anymore? She rested her chin on her hand, looking at Chen Yuan intently, thinking, But cheesy pickup lines from a rich hottie actually sound pretty sweet. Liu Mango clearly didn't come here just for fun. She leaned closer and started chatting him up. How tall are you? And how much do you weigh? I'll calculate your BMI for you. He answered leisurely, 182 centimeters, 72 kilograms. But I think I've lost a bit of weight lately. Liu Mango furrowed her brows and playfully asked, Huh? Why are you losing weight? Chen Yuan glanced toward Chenna and said with a meaningful smirk, Too much consumption. The girl immediately blushed, thinking, Oh my God, what is Chen Yuan doing? How dare he say that in front of my best friend? Liu Mango rested her chin on her hand, as if she were watching a drama unfold. Oh, no wonder. She pulled out her phone and started typing. Then you need to exercise more. Your body fat is too low. You need to bulk up, at least gain 7 to 10 kilos. Chen Yuan raised an eyebrow. So basically, you just want to get me to sign up for a gym membership? Liu Mango leaned in playfully. Heh, it's the end of the month and I need to hit my KPI. I won't let you suffer any losses. He took a sip of coffee. I'll think about it. Suddenly, Liang Lu stood up and turned to Chenna. Oh no, it's already past 4. I have a class at 5. Let's hang out again next time. Before leaving, she struck a pose and winked at Chen Yuan. He found it amusing, thinking, So bold in front of your best friend? Sooner or later, I'm going to teach you a lesson, you little minx. Chen Yuan took Chenna's hand. Let's go now. I'll teach you upstairs. She blinked. Huh? Teach me what? Chen Yuan smirked. You'll know when we get up there. Upstairs in Chen Yuan's private room, he leaned against the door, trapping Chenna between his arms. You're not going anywhere, he murmured, his voice low and teasing. Chenna's heart pounded. What are you planning to do? He brushed a lock of hair from her face and whispered in her ear. You've been driving me crazy all day now. It's time you take responsibility. Chenna blushed furiously. I don't know what you're talking about. Chen Yuan smirked, his lips dangerously close to hers. Oh? Should I remind you? Before she could protest, he lifted her onto the desk, his hands slowly trailing down her waist. Xiaoyi, who was sitting downstairs, was startled by the noise upstairs and looked up, wondering, Huh? What's going on? Listening closely, the ambiguous sounds made Xiaoyi blush. She thought to herself, Boss, I'm an understanding employee. Xiai quickly closed the door and waited. Just then, Lianglu rushed in from outside, anxiously saying, Xiai Chiwa, why is the door closed? Open it a bit. I forgot my bag just now. Xiai Chiwa awkwardly let out a loud, huh? Liu Manglu stood outside, hands on her hips, and asked, What do you mean, huh? Are you hiding something? Open the door. Xiaowei sheepishly replied, Oh, and slowly opened the door. As soon as Liu Manglu stepped inside to grab her bag, the amorous sounds of the two upstairs reached her ears, along with Chena's whimpering voice. Shenan, gently. Please be gentle. Liu Manglu was surprised and thought to herself, They're really doing it? In broad daylight? Scene cuts to 10 minutes later. Liu Mango was still waiting there, exclaiming, That's so weird. He looks so skinny, but how does he have so much stamina? She licked her lips slightly, full of desire, and muttered, That Chen Yuan. Liu Manglu intentionally spoke loudly. Xiai, I'm leaving first. See you next time. Upstairs, Chenna, who was in the middle of it, heard her friend's voice and anxiously thought, Crap, she heard us? Shenan, of course, knew exactly what was happening. He smiled and thought, A special tutorial needs an audience to feel authentic. That little fox spirit, Liu Mango, has been listening downstairs for at least 10 minutes. Is this the kind of premium content people get for free? I'll have to start charging next time. At another location, Secretary Liu, with his pot belly, leaned back in his chair looking doubtful. You're telling me this student named Chen Yuan wants to invest in the startup? Li nodded. That's right. Secretary Liu raised an eyebrow. Does he have the means? Has the capital been verified? Li calmly replied, At first, I didn't believe it either. But I saw his account balance. He has 10 million. Liu's jaw dropped. How much? 10 million? Are you sure it's his and not his parents' money? It's his. He can use it freely. A greedy grin spread across Secretary Liu's face. That's great. If that's the case, we don't need to partner with a third party anymore. Shamelessly, he ordered, Li, tell this Chen Yuan to come to my office. I want to hear his report in person. Feeling that something wasn't right, Li asked, Although Chen Yuan is a student, if we want him to be an investor, shouldn't we be a little more courteous? He smirked. Don't worry about it. Just do as I say. He thought to himself, He's a student from our school. We can't let him get out of line. No matter what, we have to suppress his arrogance first. Meanwhile, Chen Yuan's phone rang. He glanced at it and said, It's Teacher Li. Give me a second. After listening, he smirked. Teacher, turn on the speakerphone. I have something to say to Secretary Liu. As soon as it was on, Chen Yuan's voice came through, serious yet slightly arrogant. Hello, Secretary Liu. Can you hear me? I've been quite busy lately. Several investments to evaluate. Let's set a time that works for me. Then without waiting, he hung up. Liu was left stunned. Hey, wait! Li watched the scene unfold and thought in disbelief. He actually dared to hang up on the secretary. Unexpectedly, he's so decisive.